welcome back. Hope we're all doing very well and staying safe. Without further ado, let's get into issue 8 of Build the Batman Tumbler. Okay guys, let's open up the book here, see what we've got. Got more bits and pieces of I suppose the movie here as we go through the book. More cartoon stuff. If you like reading this about the cartoon stuff. But otherwise, I think we're gonna, we're gonna go straight into the book here. What's that underneath there? Oh, it's just the clip. Okay. Here, I'll just grab tweezers here. So here, this is our step-by-step instruction in issue 8. So we're going to be working on our the left front suspension and left disc brake. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Here are all our parts here that we've got to put on. So this is our step 1 here. So what I'm going to do is get set up for step 1. And I'll be back shortly. Okay, we've got our 2 parts here with our AM screws that we've got to fit in. Now what it's asking us to do is, if I just move this out the way for the moment, see how you got these 2 holes here. These 2 holes here. The hole that's got to be facing down. So this hole here is got to be faced down to where this part is here. So the front part here, the hole's got to be facing downwards. If you can, hopefully you can see that. Otherwise, yeah, it may not work out if we don't do what it's asking us to do. So now this slots into place here, as shown in the book, and as you can see that there. Then what we're going to do is, the part we just slid in is plastic. I'm going to call this the wishbone. It looks like a wishbone. This is die cast. So because we're going to be putting 2 screws into the die cast, we're going to be dipping in our famous oil again. And what I'm going to do is just put these in. And I probably would have to see that how it flicks off the screw. This screw is just about, screwdriver's just about worn out, so I'm going to have to get a new one eventually. So I just gently put that one in, dip in the oil again, and into our other hole. There we go again. It's just slipping off the screw, that is. So that's all right. I'm going to go to another one now and screw those in nice and tightly. It's safely in. And that's safely in. So that is all good. Happy with that. So that is it for our step 1 and step 2. So what I'll do now is go to step 3 and so what we're going to do in step 3. Okay guys, our step 3 is now asking us to take our left hand side steering rod, which is this, and you'll see the dip there. We're going to be resting the steering rod on there, facing like that as shown in the book. Then what we're going to do is, it's saying not to glue it in, that's what it says. So then we've got our I'm trying to figure out what this part is called. It's the holder for the steering rod. So this part now would slot into Just figuring out which way it's got to go. It's got to go into there. You see the little lug there and see the hole there. That's where the lugs have got to go into. So that'll hold there. Then what it's asking us to do is to grab our AM screw again. And you'll see the hole right there. Just into oil again, because we're going into metal. And all these parts here are metal. Yeah, this certainly, this screwdriver certainly has had its days. I'm only using it just to hold the screw there. Grab this one to screw it all the way in, and we should have good contact there. I'm happy with that. And there we go. It's a little, oh, maybe I haven't got it all screwed in actually. Gee, it's a bit hard when it's flat on the actual table. You don't actually see the screw, but yep, that's tightly in now. So now that's not moving. This is still moving around, which is supposed to. Then what I'll do is, that was step 3 and 4. So what I'll do now is get set up for our step 5 and 6. Okay guys, got our 2 parts ready. This is our disc brake that we're going to be assembling. So what we've got to do is grab our, we've got to make sure these 2 holes here, match up together when I flip this over to there like that. And then what we're going to do is turn this over once I line it up. Grab that once it's lined up like that, like so, making sure there's no little lug here that we're supposed to oh yes, there is too. See that little hole there, and there's a lug there, and that's where you join it up like that. So what we'll do now, these are plastic, so we've got no need to be using oil. You guys are going to get sick of me saying oil. I'm already sick of saying it, but I want to make sure that you guys know what is plastic to what is die cast. Hard to see that little screw on these screws. Oh, these screws are SP screws that we're putting in. So there's one in, and we put our other one in. This bit kind of reminds me of doing the F40 Ferrari. And boy, you don't want to know about that one. That's for sure. It was a real pain, that one was. Very similar. Okay. That one's in there nice and tight. And we've got that one in there that's nice and tight too. So there is our disc brake. Like I said before, it's plastic. So that's our step 5 and 6. So now what we'll do is I'll check out step 7 and 8 and see what we've got to do there. Okay guys, now I've got our steps 7 and 8 all laid out on the table. Now what we've got to do is we've got to take our brake housing, which is this part here, and fit it through the wheel pin. So what we're going to do, and it's telling us to line it up with these holes here. See these 2 holes here? They've got to line up with those 2 holes there. So what we'll do is, and the curved part has got to be, so like I've got it like that, then I'm going to flip it over to put it in So I want to make sure it's in, so it can't, there shouldn't be any that shouldn't turn on its own. Then what it's got, and this is plastic to metal, so we're going, just lay that down there. Then we're going from grabbing our AM screws again, and you guess what I'm gonna say? Yep, back into the oil, back in here, and put that in. I'm just going to put that in, and then it's not screwed in properly yet. I'll screw in the other one. Our oil again. A little bit too much oil there. Yep. Yeah, a little bit too much oil there. Just reset that again. Very hard to see the screw hole when you got black on black, I reckon. It's not. Wants to play funny pokers, this one. So we'll try that again. I probably can't see it properly myself because I've got this on the bench. But I'll try it that way, is better. Yep. Alright. Now we've got it in there. Tighten these two screws up. And I'll be happy with that. Alright. Now it's that one. That one done. It's probably a little bit loose still, so but because I haven't tightened up this one yet. Make sure that's still staying in there. Tight fit, this one. But should be all good. Tighten this one up a little bit more, we should be good. Good to go for next stage. And I think I'll be happy with that. Alright. Yep, all good. What I'll do is I'll go to next stage. Get set up for next stage, and that's going to be issue 9 and 10. Just tighten these ones up a little bit more. Just not too happy with it. I've really got to get a bit of screwdriver. Got to go to Bunnings. Get a proper one. Okay. All right. I'm quite happy with that now, so what I will do is get set up for stage 9 and 10. Okay guys, what we're going to do now is grab our 3 parts here, our brake caliper and brake disc. And what we've got to do is, it's asking us to grab this part now, that we've got to insert our brake disc into, I'm just checking which way this has got to go. So the screw holes have got to go on the inside, like so. And I guess that's going to spin around freely on its own, I guess. Yeah. So now what we've got to do is, then we've got to grab our brake caliper, turn it over, and you see the 2 holes here, and 2 holes there. Got to line them up, slide that over. Then we're grabbing our SP screws, which are here, and screwing them into the 2 holes there. And we shouldn't have to use our famous saying, which is the oil. Just might put that back down just so I can set up the screw a little bit more better. So just put that down. I'll grab this part again. Got to line up the holes. Very hard to see the holes. So what I might have to do, see if I can here, give it one shot here. We're going plastic into plastic. I really cannot see that unless I take this off the screen, but no, that seemed to have grabbed it. All right, I'm happy with that. That's grabbed it. So I might just tighten that up a little bit more. I'm happy with that. Then we'll grab our other screw piece. Again, using our SP screw. Sounds like I'm opening up I don't know, a tin of SPC baked beans and spaghetti. You know what I mean? If you've seen the ad. So there we go. That is in. I'll grab the other screwdriver now to put that in. Tighten those up. Be happy with that. That's nice and tight. And that's nice and tight. Now, then we got to, obviously some other parts a sleeve's gonna go into that to hold that in there, so I wouldn't worry about that too much, I reckon. So yeah, because it's got a little bit of a notch there, so something's gonna hold that into place. So I'm happy with that. And then I'll grab what we've got to do next. I'll grab our other parts and I'll be right back. Okay guys, and I do have to apologise. I should have said what step we're up to. We are now up to step 11. I think, no, I've got to recorrect myself here. Yes, we're up to step 11. Step 11 and 12. Alright, so we don't need this part, so we're going to put that away, and we're going to take this part here, and what we're going to do is grab our other part, which is this part here, and we don't need those screws at the moment, so I will put them away. So what we're going to do now, I'm looking at the book here, we've got to, which I've got to slide that up, we've got to take this part here and see here, that's the position that we need, and we need to put that in there, like so. Make sure it pushes through. And I've got to make sure in its correct position here, because it could be, what it could be lining up could be wrong. So I've got to, I'm pretty sure this is correct position here that we've got, because if I try and put that the other way, that's too tight, so it obviously has to be that way. So then what I've got to do is, once I've got to do that, I've got to grab a AA-M screw, turn it over and put the screw there, which I haven't even grabbed the screw yet. I grabbed the wrong screw before, but oh well. We've got it here now, all good. And we are going into metal. So I'll just put that screw. They always give you extra screws anyway. So we are going into metal, so I'll have to put this into our famous oil. I'll just place that down there for now so I can pick this up. Put it in there. And screw that nice and tight. I like it when the screws are a bit bigger. That's when this screwdriver comes in effective. So there we go. There's our step 11 and 12. Now what we'll do is I'll get the parts set up for step 13 and 14. Now what we're going to do is put our, telling us to take this part here and make sure that this part here is facing forwards with this. We're going to put it in there. Then what we're going to do is grab our GM screws, one in there, one in there, and tighten it all up. Now we're going into metal again. So what we're going to do is, and I may have to take this off the camera for a little bit because I'm not going to be able to see that hole, unfortunately. But we'll see. We'll find out. Go in and screw there. Put that in. The screw hole there. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this off the camera at the moment, guys, just to get this lined up because I'm not going to be able to see this at all. So I'll be back in a moment and we'll see the end result. Okay guys, we've got our part here. This part here is it's called our drop arm. So the bigger hole does not go into here. I'll pull that out a bit. What we're going to be doing is if I've got it facing the right way, I want to make sure I'm putting this the right way. We've got to make sure that we are putting this part in there, in like so, in there, and then we're grabbing our ABM screwdriver. Sounds like some sort of insurance company, doesn't it? Dipping it in oil, like so. Then what I've got to do is I've got to pick it up, like so, making sure I've still got it facing the right way. This should be a little bit easier than the last bit that I had to do. Goes in there. And we're tightening that up. Alright, that's good. I'm quite happy with that, just to be safe. Alright, that's stage 14 done. Then we're going to go to stage, I think, 15. So I'll get the parts set up for that. Well, there's not too many parts anyway, so we'll see. Okay guys, back with yous. So what we're going to do now is slide this back down. We've got to put this part now onto there, like so. So that'll go onto there like so. Then it's telling us to use our UM screw to put it into there, screw it in. So I will put that in our famous oil again, into there. Just that one to hold it there, and then I'll grab this one. To screw that in. Okay, I think that's going to be good enough. That's in nice and tight. And there we go. So obviously that's going to work somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. Just want to make sure that screw is nice and tight. Just to hold that. And I'm quite happy with that. So there we go. That's that. And stage 16 is going to be resembling what that is. That is going to be our end for our issue 8. We'll go back to me for a some closing thoughts. So there we have it, guys. Issue 8 all done, out the way. Issue 9, I'm not too sure what issue 9 is going to be all about at the moment. I haven't looked far into that, but thank you guys for your subscribing and all the viewers out there. Appreciate it very much. Until next time, take care everyone, be safe. See ya.